And now whatever I did, I just lost seeing you guys. So Jamie, it is all you when it comes to the chat stuff
Okay, no
because I
problem.
can't see anybody anymore. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to just get it out of my way, and I did, but now it's nowhere to be found. So that's okay. All right. So thank you for attending today on a Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Making Magic with AI, Practical Ways to Use Magic School is the presentation we're going to talk about today. My name is Heather Moore. I am a National Board Certified Teacher. Just recently received that title, found out in December. I'm also part of the
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's grueling but very exciting, and I do highly recommend anyone who's interested to pursue. It was better than going to grad school because you actually utilize what you do in the classroom and apply it to your component areas and get feedback and reflection. It just made me a better teacher in general. So, but that's for another presentation. Um, I am also part of the Renaissance Grant. I am a school counselor at Ponderosa Elementary School in Boyd County, Kentucky. So nice to meet you all. It is weird now that I can't see anybody. I just feel like I'm talking to myself, but that's okay. If you want to follow along with the presentation, you can scan it here. I don't know if you are on a computer or your phone. Generally, if you're on your phone, you can click on the QR code and it will give you the link, but they're going to share this out as well later. So any of the links that are included or information that's on here, you can refer back. And like my email, all of that's on here. If you want to reach out, I will get back in touch with you. Um, I am not an expert at this. This program, this website that I'm going to talk to you about today, was introduced to me by our site manager in our special education department because I am one of the, I don't want to say advocate, I'm over MTSS behavior in our school, like the one they come to if they need anything. But a lot of our teachers were struggling with writing their behavior goals and the things that they were wanting. And I was trying to find a way to make it easier on them. And our site manager introduced me to this website and how you can type in what you're wanting and it creates the goal for you right then and makes everything easier. So this year when EdTech came about, I knew that I wanted to put this in your all's hands as well. There are so many tools, so many things that you can do with Magic School AI. It is like a Chat GPT format, but geared for education. Um, it's also user friendly. You're not going to mess it up. Um, and if you do, you can just input another request and it continues to roll out for you. There are so many different things you're going to see as we walk throughout this website, but you can have your favorite section, which is what I did, and I'll show you those when we get there. It allows me to hone in on my practice as a school counselor and my focus, what I do throughout the day without being bogged down with all the amazing tools that it provides you. All right, so I'm at my aunt's house in Louisville. That's another great thing about KEDC grants and being able to do a conference on the weekend. She loves cats. So when I was trying to create and on a scale of, I thought, let's use cats. My aunt loves cats. So on a scale of cat, how are you feeling today? And Jamie, I can't see anything, so you're going to have to tell me what the majority is when they enter that into the chat.
We got 6 and 7 so far.
Okay.
Lots of
Love
six and
that.
sevens.
Sleepy, tired. When I was looking at this, I thought, you know what I'm going to be? I'm probably going to be 8 because I'm presenting. And when you're presenting and like you can't see yourself, I really don't know where my face is going to be in this camera.
Still a lot of sixes, some eights. We had one, which I thought was really cute, kind of cross-eyed.
Yeah, yeah. I like the one. I'm glad
Uh,
we don't have any threes. It doesn't seem like anybody's really angry today. I hope not.
I see no threes.
The two I thought was cute, like ready to learn, glasses, studious.
Kara had, well, I see some eights. Kara, I can't imagine with all those precious babies that you wouldn't have sleep.
It's amazing, but they were up from 1 to 4:30 and then again at 6.
Oh, bless
Aw.
your heart.
18 months old. We're getting through it.
I really wish I could see your all's faces. I don't even know how to get myself back there, honestly, and I'm scared to press a button. This says exit full screen. I don't know if that's what it is. I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna see.
Okay.
That is not it. That was not it. So let me get back to what I was doing. It's totally fine. All right. So most people are 6, 7. Ha.
Yeah.
Sorry, elementary school. I had to do it. You said sixes and sevens. So, but that tracks. That makes sense. It's Saturday. Majority of you just completed your first week back to school after the holidays, and you're back to that nobody understands what teacher tired feels like. So, thank you for being here regardless. Our learning objectives for today, hopefully, would be to understand Magic School AI, how it can be used safely and effectively in a school setting, identify appropriate ways to introduce it to students. Um, the things that I use are the way that I use it is the strategies that I get, that's what I introduce to students. I have not used Magic School AI with my students yet, but I've used the tools that it's helped me with my students. So there are multiple ways how you can implement AI into your classroom and into your practice. We're going to talk about how to utilize Magic School to support a variety of lesson plans, leadership activities, MTSS goals, and assessment creation. And then apply Magic School to help streamline all of that, your data reflection, and even family communication. Because I know that sometimes you'll receive an email. I do quite a bit trying to communicate with our stakeholders and parents that is difficult to tackle, how to respond. And there's even a place on Magic School where you can put in what you want to say back to a parent that may even be very frustrated. And you can tell them the tone you want to use and all of that, and it will generate that message for you. Always use, the 80/20 rule and read back through it, make sure that it has your tone. It sounds like it's saying the things that you want to put out there, but eliminating some of that time where we have to sit down and think and think and think and think when we should really be with kids. That's the goal of utilizing this website. So, why AI in schools? Um, it's definitely not about replacing educators. I know that that is a common misconception. It scares a lot of us, but regardless of how advanced it gets, it is very hard to replace human connection. And one of the biggest things in schools is relationships. I know that even with the Kentucky Accountability Model, it is going to be changing here soon. And they're looking at developing ways to connect more, have more social skills and soft skills and things that our students can take into the workplace because we've kind of lost sight of that over the years. Technology probably played a role because a lot of people are behind their phones. I'm just as guilty. This is 100% a tool for me that I utilize all the time, but I have to learn how to put it down and to connect with others. I love face-to-face communication. I'm glad that we have this ability to meet online, but I would so much rather be there with you guys because, like I said, I hit a button and now I can't see any faces, which is fine. But Jamie's there to help me. Um, but it's never going to be able to replace good quality people. So I try to advocate for AI in that way as someone who loves communication and connection to showcase that we can use it without thinking it's a replacement. It is about saving time, increasing access to data and information, supporting differentiation, and reducing burnout. So, for me, and I'm sure all of you, I feel like every year we are all asked to do so much more, to take on more responsibilities, to intervene. There's RTI, there's intervention, there's MTSS, there's after school meetings. You're on this team and you have to join this committee. But when do we have time to truly focus on our students? The thing about AI that I have found to utilize and love about it is the bureaucracy part of my job with all of the work that I have to sit down and do, the paperwork, the brainstorming, the strategic planning that I know I'm capable of doing. I have degrees, I have gone to college. I feel equipped, but it takes up so much time when that time should be spent with kids. So AI to me eliminates some of that. So it allows me to save time. The differentiation. I'm able to sit down with this website and type in concerns with a student that I may have, and it provides me approaches, strategies that I can utilize with that student. And then I may have a whole classroom of students, and one or two have a similar problem, but there's differences there, and it will also help differentiate between the two. So I am utilizing the most proper tools and interventions and resources to support that student at their level instead of trying to constantly reinvent the wheel. It's not it's helping us. It's putting the wheels on the bus that we are sometimes falling off of. And then ultimately, when you have something there to help you, it reduces burnout because you're not constantly frustrated and feeling like you're stuck or you're not good enough. So let's chat. And I really wish I could see your faces, and I'm still going to try and probably figure it out. So you're going to see all my computer screen while we're chatting. But how do you feel about AI? Are you clueless? Are you scared? Are you curious and you want to learn more, or do you absolutely love it? You can either put it in the chat or unmute and share out loud.
Lots of love it, lots of curious.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm curious to what everyone looks like. I really don't know what I've done. I had like a little bar, a strip over to the side that had a few faces, and then it's gone. And I'm wondering if the hide meeting thing might be what I need to click. I'm about to click it. Let's see. Yes, I did it. I got you back. So, see, technology, just press some buttons and hope that it's not going to show a whole presentation of people, something that you might not want on your computer to be shown. So, is there anybody who would like to unmute and let me know how you feel about AI? Any misconceptions, any concerns, anything that you possibly have roadblocks you've ran into using it? No? I'm going to click through here and just see who's all with me. Nobody. Ooh, Heather Fain. I don't know what kind of chair you're in, girl, but that looks cool. Sorry.
Heather, I am going to say that I am so glad that you're presenting this and you're presenting it in such an calm and unthreatening way because even our elementary kids, with what I have talked to in class, I have had a few that come in with a very negative, guarded attitude. Um, and the way you're presenting it, this is phenomenal. I agree with everything that you're saying, and we need to put you on billboards.
Thanks. I appreciate that. So you might see a few pop up here in the community because, I decided to also run for county office because why not? Can't stop doing all the things.
And
So
I have
anyway,
seen them. I have seen them, and I am a supporter.
thank you. I said, listen, if y'all want to come to Boyd County, there's three of us presenting today, and we're all at different schools, but we do all support each other a lot at that school. And Mary Beth is obviously a cheerleader. So even if I was doing bad, I'm glad she's here to boost up my confidence. So, what is Magic School AI? So, now I put you all up here and I can't read my screen. So, it's fine. I'm going to move you around. Um, it's an all-in-one educator-focused platform that amplifies teaching effectiveness and streamlines daily classroom work. It combines curriculum-aligned content generation, assessment and worksheet creation, visual aids, lesson planning tools, and educator workflow into a single, easy-to-use interface. So teachers spend less time on admin and more time with students. Didn't that make me sound so smart? It wrote it for me. Magic School AI did. So I just need you to know that's what it did. I typed in, could you give me a wonderful explanation for my presentation on what your website is about? And that's what it gave me. And I just practiced reading it. And then I had to move you guys around again because it was you all were blocking my thing, but that's fine. So that's one of the things that it can do for you. I read through it to make sure that it were words that I understood and I could speak and say, and it didn't make me sound like I was off the chain, and that wasn't really who reflection of myself. But it can take all of the things you want to say that you may struggle with, even in presenting or giving a speech or talking in front of your students, and create it in a way so it flows, so it comes out effortlessly. So, key features. It also created this for me. The website did. It has intelligent lessons and unit builders that align with your standards and your learning objectives. Even though it is a website that can be utilized across the country, you can type in your state and it will follow its standards. Rapid generation of differentiated materials, worksheets, exit tickets, formative check-ins, and answer keys. Auto-created visuals and diagrams to support instruction. Built-in assessment workflow and reporting to track student progress. Collaboration tools for teams plus templates that save planning time. And it is secure, privacy-focused environment built for K through 12 classrooms. I know that whenever I first submitted this, I think I put that it was K through 5, but the more that I started really looking through it, you can apply this to any setting. You don't have to just be an elementary school teacher to utilize this website and platform. Why does it matter? It does reduce your planning time and cognitive load for teachers. We spend so much time thinking, multitasking, putting out fires, taking care of everybody that sometimes our brains don't work. And we know we are intelligent people. We have the degrees. We've proven ourselves, but we have been asked to tackle so much that at the end of the day, it feels like everything's leaking out of our ears. This website can help you get back your confidence in what you do with instructional planning. It can take it off there. You can just type in a few words on what you want to create or generate. Or maybe you're having a struggle with a student and you want to find an intervention or a strategy that's going to work for them. And you can just type in a couple of keywords and it will populate an entire plan, a behavior plan, a set strategy to implement with them for improvement. It supports differentiated instruction and inclusive classrooms. It keeps instruction standard design and data informed. The good thing about AI too is the more you use it, the more data it obtains. And so that data collection and the use of other instructional professional teachers and admins, it helps it grow and it gets better. It frees up more time for meaningful student interactions and feedback. So the biggest thing for me is always student connection. I have been a school counselor for 7 years, and one of the things that I struggle with is finding the time to truly get with my students. If it's one-on-one in the classroom or small group, because every time I meet with a student, they want me to collect my data, put in the information that I need. What did I talk with them about? How many students am I seeing? And that's a lot. It's a lot of paperwork. And my main goal is to connect with my students and my staff and my parents. So AI has allowed me to do that in a way where I feel more effective. So how do I use it as a school counselor? And these are some of the things that I have saved in my favorites. You guys are going to get the opportunity to go to this website in a little bit and play around. But I do lesson planning support, small group prompts. So when I meet with students in a small group, I have a lot of small group curriculum that I use, but sometimes the kids like it's like year to year. Your same group, the lessons that you create may not work every year. So I might go in and modify stuff through Magic School AI. Leadership lessons. One of the things that we do at Ponderosa Elementary is we have 4 houses, and we're really big on creating leaders. And when I received my national board certification, one of my component areas was an assessment piece on how we incorporate leadership within our school, and I focus on third, fourth, and fifth grade and leadership lessons that I use with them so they are able to feel more confident when they get to that point in fifth grade where they become house leaders and leaders of our school. This, they have so many wonderful lessons on there. Reflection questions, data and documentation support, social stories. That's easy. The easiest thing. I just type in, this kid did this. It's not appropriate. Help me talk to them. And it will give me a social story that I can sit down and talk with the kid about that's appropriate on their level and something that they are going to be able to engage with. Behavior intervention. This is the number one thing that turned me onto this website. I said MTSS was something that a lot of, we hear it. We are told MTSS, collect the data, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, all of those things. Math and reading, pretty much cut and dry. Are they meeting target? Great. Are they not? Okay, here's what you need to do. Behaviors, ambiguous. It is one of the hardest things to target a behavior when the same behavior is happening in your classroom with 3 to 4 different students who are all doing it differently. So going into Magic AI, Magic School AI, and creating behavior intervention plans, MTSS goals was a game changer for me. And it's something that I was able to take to my school and take the intimidation factor off of my teachers where they felt like I can't write a goal. I feel uneducated, or if I write it incorrectly or the way that the state of Kentucky doesn't want it to sound verbatim, I'm not going to look like I know what I'm doing and I'm scared. And I was like, girl, I don't know what I'm doing, or boy, or whoever. I don't know what I'm doing either half the time. Put it in AI. It knows what it's doing. So it'll make you sound right. That's what completely transformed why I use this. Classroom management, 504 supports. I don't know if you all use 504, or I'm sure you know what a 504 is. If you don't, bless you. That's good. Stay away from them, unless a student needs it. But it's a lot. And I am the coordinator at our school. So filling out a 504 plan can be hard. Finding true accommodations to support a student is difficult. This helps me. I can type in the diagnosis or the disability, and it will give me supports, and then I can connect that to what that student truly needs. And then restorative practices, calming strategies, coping skills, things that we can use within the classroom. And I also can provide these to my staff members as well. So another thing that you guys can utilize with it is planning support. I keep saying the word differentiation. I feel like my college professors would be so proud of me because that was like the word of my bachelor's degree was differentiation. If you used it, you thought, I'm going to get an A on that. But it does help differentiate between all of the things that you're doing. You can do email and family communication drafts. If you are not someone who feels comfortable communicating with parents, this is an amazing way to take your thoughts and your feelings and put it into a written documentation or correspondence that reflects what you're trying to say in an appropriate manner. You may not be someone who likes to meet face to face all the time, and that's okay. But with technology now, we have Remind or Parent Square and email and ways that you can communicate through technology where it is a written correspondence. This can help you create exactly what you're wanting to say. Brainstorming engagement strategies, and again, MTSS documentation support. So we're about to get started where you guys get to work. Jamie, how long do I have?
You have until 10:55.
Okay. I gave 15 minutes for work time. If we need to shorten that, it's totally fine because this is an independent thing you can do later as well. But the first thing that I want you to think about when we do get started is the first main 3 steps on using this. You can start with one task. Now, when I click on this website, if you've already been clicking on it, I'm proud of you. You're a go-getter, and you are probably 5 steps ahead of me. Some of you may already use this and should be presenting instead of me. Maybe you're an expert on it, and that's totally fine. You can raise your hand and jump in here anytime. It makes me happy to share, even though I talk a lot, and sometimes I need to be like, someone needs to stop me. Use it as a drafting partner. It's not going to replace you, it's going to help you. And always review and personalize. So that 80-20 rule, 80% AI, 20% you, is very important to follow no matter how you're utilizing AI. It will generate fantastic strategies, lesson plans, email correspondence, but read through it. Don't trust it don't just copy and paste. Read through it and make sure that it sounds like you. Make sure that it didn't take a quote from something that you aren't citing and you're going to get yourself in trouble. So now on your own, this is where you're going to take the time to create an account. You can explore the numerous tools available and start selecting your favorite tools that you want to utilize within your own classroom. This Magic School logo, if you were to be able to click on it currently, it would give you the link. But Jamie, can you get the link and put it in the chat? Or just if you just
Yes,
even go
I
to
can.
Magic, okay,
Yes.
and so they can access it. And so I'm gonna start a timer. It's got some calming music on it. If it's too much for you, you can totally mute it. You may have already muted me. Sometimes I'm too much for people, so it's fine. But I'm gonna give you about 15 minutes to get in there, create an account. It is free for educators. Your school may already support it. How I log in is through our Clever, and I click on login, and it go ahead and oh my goodness, it takes me through my Google account and logs me in that way. If you have any questions, you can come back here and ask, but I'm going to start the timer now. And Jamie, you let me know if we need to come back sooner. Really, it's just a reflection and a wrap up. This is pretty much it. Thank you for the thank you for the conversations that we have had though thus far and all of the things that we're learning. Um, the next part is just like the reflections and the takeaway. If anyone wants to talk, we've shared a lot already, but where could AI support you most? How do you feel about AI? What does the 80-20 rule mean? And do you plan to utilize any of the tools we discussed or explored today? I do. Snorkel. I just found out. So that's great. I wrote that down. I'm going to have to look at that. Ashley, thank you so much. And Heather. And I really want to explore your chair. If anyone can see Heather's chair right now, it's very cool. Um, but is there anything anyone would like to share or say before we leave? All right, I guess that's really it. Thank you. My email and my X, I still say Twitter, even though that's not right. My X handle is there on the screen. If you guys need anything, reach out to me. Again, I'm not an expert, but I am someone who will figure it out always. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your conference today.